Here we go. I think, therefore I am. Something to do with Shakespeare. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Good to see ya. Welcome. I'm Brian. This is Henry's New Market. We're broadcasting live from once again. However, there's a big difference this time. Now we're on the weekly BrYangle Report YouTube channel, not the Henry's YouTube channel. So we've gone back. It's not a bad thing. I'm very excited about it, actually. We did a little trial over on the Henry's YouTube channel for a couple of months, spent the holidays over there, and now we are back on our own channel, which I'm actually happy about, because now our subscriptions could start going up. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Everybody, check us out over there and subscribe to the channel so you're notified when we go live. All right. I know there have been people talking already, so let me just go over there. Tom Smith, hello to you. Ron Gray, I sent you an email earlier asking you to resend your photo. I am very sorry. For some reason, your photo wasn't attached to the email that you sent us, and I don't have your photo for today's challenge. So I apologize. Hopefully you will get that to us, and then I can roll that into the conversation today, or I'll just show it next week and remind people. Michael Drukarsh, Debbie Boyer, Aurora is watching in the background today, which is great. Thank you very much. And Doug Boyce, hello to you. Interesting t-shirt. So for those of you who don't know, this is something I've done pretty much from day one on the show. I wear wrestling shirts. Friends of mine, wrestlers that I know, people that I'm supporting by buying their shirts and helping them on their journey. And I just think it's cool to wear the wrestling shirts. So Swagapino, this is the new crew of wrestlers that are out there. There's a lot of guys from the Philippines and Lady Kingsley. But we've got Take It Easy Joey. We've got Teo DiKio. We've got Kuya Cole. All these guys are just phenomenal wrestlers coming up. And they're all very young, coming from New Wave Wrestling and other places. So love the Swagapinos that I'd represent. Okay, moving on to today's show. Now, this is going to be a fun show because the review shows always are. Ghost in the Machine was our photo challenge theme. We've got the photos. I'm going to show y'all, show Brian from this TV, and show the rest of you from the screen over here. And it's going to be great because I haven't seen them yet. So I've seen roughly, but I haven't paid attention. So I'm going to, and that's my thing. Look, I don't want to give too much thought in advance. I want to react. I want to show you my live reaction to the shots. And we've got Aurora, hopefully will help me with this as well. And Brian's here. Welcome back, Bri. The crowd goes wild. Thank you for being here. Okay, before I get too far along, let me just do our quick Did You Know for the week. I've got a fun one. Now, again, Did You Knows are things that you should probably know, but maybe didn't. So this is like, hey, did you know? Or a digital know-how, I guess you could say. Today's Did You Know is focus versus sharpness. I had a conversation. It was actually a really good conversation with a client the other day here in the store, right over there. And they weren't happy with their camera. They actually came in to buy a camera, a brand new Sony camera. So I was asking them, like, what is it they didn't like about their photos? And they said, well, they're not in focus. And I asked him, is it focus or is it sharpness? And it's like this light bulb went off in his head. I never even thought of that. What's the difference between focus and sharpness? Well, I asked him a few more questions. What camera do you have? And he had an A7 III. No reason why he wasn't making sharp photos. So I explained, focus could be you're focused at a certain point and you take your picture and your camera indicated that you had focus at that distance. You hear the little beep. You're good to go. You've got focus. But if your shutter speed is too slow and there's motion, you're going to get blur. So even though you were focused at a specific place, it's not a sharp photo because it was motion blur. So I explained shutter speed and went into all these things with him. And he was like, holy cow, I don't need a new camera. And I thought, great, I'm going to get fired. I didn't sell the camera to this guy. But realistically, giving advice, I think, is more beneficial. And he's going to come back for help, and he's going to come and ask questions and bring in his photos and maybe buy a better lens that lets in more light, or just come in and be part of our community. And really, that's what the goal is right now, is getting people to be part of our community and to let them know that we're here to help. It's not always about just getting that big sale and making sure you get more gear every year. It's about making sure you understand how to use the gear you already have and are enjoying your photography to the fullest. And that's really the point. And I think I saw Aurora nod yes to that. Good, so I'm not fired. Good. All right, so that's the Did You Know Todays. There's a big difference between focus and sharpness, and getting the right shutter speed to achieve sharpness is your goal for sharpness. All right, I'm going to get into what's new and used and very quickly because there's not a lot to talk about. So let me first switch over here.
Was a audio bug fix
show you my
and some
screen.
stability improvements.
All right.
And that's it.
What I'm talking about first, camera shipments have increased
Sony just released
for
firmware version
consecutive years for the first time in nearly 20 years.
And here are the updates.
Now, I've worked here for 20 years now.
If you want
I'm
to
pretty stoked about that
which
in
is
September.
great.
The
And for the
focus
first
area now
time
sports
since I've
an
worked
XL
here,
spot size.
And
camera
you can now
sales are
set a
actually
custom
increasing 2
focus
times
area
in a row.
and make the spot whatever
Now, that's
size
a pretty
you
big
want.
deal.
There's a new accessibility setting that lets
this
you
is on
enlarge the
Petapixel.
screen.
They
The
talk
camera
about
also supports
how,
USB streaming, so you can use it as a webcam.
Before
Best of all, though,
2024,
here's the
the
update that
worldwide
I'm most
digital
excited
shipments were
about. The
steadily
camera now
decreasing
shows
every
you
year since
both
2017,
memory card storage
dropping
remaining.
from
This was a feature
25
that
million
used to exist,
roughly
and then they
to
removed
8
it, but now they've
million
added it back. So
from
thank you,
2017 to
Sony. Otherwise, there
2023.
was a
That's a
audio
huge
bug fix
decline in
and some
camera
stability
sales.
improvements.
Huge decline.
And that's it, folks. If you want to see more new
Obviously,
cool
since
camera
COVID,
news like
things
this,
got really, really
Sony
bad.
just released firmware version
And
5.0
8.73 or 37 last year they hit
first, the menu will rotate if you want to film
9.44, so they
vertically,
actually are
which is
starting to go
great.
up a little
The
bit, which is a
focus
very
area now sports an
exciting
XL
thing.
spot
We're
size.
starting to
And
see
you
here
can
in
now
the
set
store,
a
we're starting to see
custom
sales come
focus
back.
area and
We're
make the
starting to
spot
see
whatever
customers
size you
coming back
want.
to
There's
us
a
from
new
Amazon and
accessibility
other
setting that
places
lets you
online,
enlarge the screen.
realizing
The camera also supports
troubles that they've
USB
had
streaming,
buying in
so you
those
can use it as a
situations,
webcam.
and
Best of
coming
all, though,
back
here's
here
the
and
update
getting
that I'm
better
most
service
excited
and
about. The
proper
camera now
advice and
shows
buying
you
the thing
both
right the
memory
first
card
time.
storage remaining.
I think
This was a
goes a
feature
long
that
way.
used to
And
exist,
people are
and then they
starting to
removed
see
it, but
that.
now
So
they've
I
added
can
it back.
see
So
this
thank
trend
you,
of sales
Sony. Otherwise,
increasing.
there was
I can
a
see the
audio
trend
bug
of
fix
coming
and some
into
stability
store
improvements,
and having
and
our
that's it,
sales
folks. If you want to see
increasing.
more new cool
Now
camera
that we
news
have more
like this,
stock coming
Sony
in
just
stores as
released
well. So
firmware
this is a
version
really exciting time for us
5.0
here
for the
at the store, and I hope you
A7S3,
guys are
and here are
seeing
the
that too.
updates. Up first, the menu will now rotate.
Speaking of exciting times, for those of you who own
The
an
focus area now sports an XL
A7S3,
spot size.
And you can now
Joseph,
set
I'm saying
a
that
custom focus area
because
and
he
make
has
the
one and
spot
Steve has
whatever
one.
size you want.
They have
There's a
just
new
announced a new
accessibility
firmware
setting that
update
lets
for
you
that camera.
enlarge the
And as you can
screen.
see
The
on the
camera also
screen here,
supports
there's
USB
quite a few
streaming,
little
so you can use it as a
additions.
webcam.
You can
Best
use it
of all,
as a
though, here's the
webcam,
update that I'm most
you can
excited
tilt,
about. The camera
you can
now
do all
shows
kinds of
you
cool things,
both
but what
memory
apparently this
card
guy's super
storage
excited
remaining.
about
This was
is
a
on the
feature that
back of
used
the
to exist,
screen,
and
now
then
it
they
shows
removed
you
it,
the
but now they've
duration
added
of
it back.
time you
So
have
thank
left
you,
of recording
Sony. Otherwise,
from
there
both
was
cards
a audio
at the
bug
same
fix
time,
and some
right on the
stability
screen.
improvements.
So
And that's
these
it,
are some
folks. You wanna
pretty
see more new
good
cool camera news like this.
and I'm
Sony
pretty
just
excited
released
about it.
firmware
As you can
version
see here,
5.0
he's just
for
starting to
the
loop over again.
A7S3, and here are the updates. Up first, the menu will now rotate if you want to film vertically, which is great.
The focus area now sports an XL spot size.
Yes.
And you can now set a custom.
Is that better? That should be better. Hello. I had the audio turned up from the browser. Yeah, so I've muted that. That should be better now.
Just ask the people if they can hear you better now.
People, can you hear me better now? Please let me know. Brian can hear me fine here in the store. So,
And so
all right. Yes, all right. Thank you. Fire the audio guy. That's this guy. So many reasons to get fired today. All right. Hopefully none of them are real. Much better. Thank you, everybody, for letting me know. Try and do a little sooner next time. I'm going to blame you. I'm going to blame all of you. It wasn't my fault. All right. So get back to the conversation. If you need me to repeat, let me know. Mike's is still messed up. Let's see here. Maybe because this is making sound in the background. I'm going to close this window. You already got the story, so that's gone. No more audio coming from anywhere else. That should be good. All right. And I'm going to save that part for later. So let me bring it back to me. All right. So yeah, the two major things I wanted to talk about today were just those two things. So new firmware for the A7S3 and camera shipments have increased, and I'm pretty stoked about that. So let's move along, keep the conversation going, and talk about our photo review. We've got 4 photos to talk about, and it's the usual suspects, and I appreciate that. But I kind of hoped that with, the YouTube channel of Henry's, we'd have, a little bit more community showing up here and sending photos in. But I don't care, because our photos that we get from our own core community are always great. They're fun to talk about, and you guys always show up. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following along with us here in the store and for joining us for these photo reviews. Now, for those of you who didn't remember, our photo challenge was Ghost in the Machine. We've had this challenge now since December, and we were giving people a break in December, or not loading you up with too much stuff to do. Of course, January came and went so quickly. Here we are, first week of February. I'm sorry I don't have a Tiggy Jones calendar to show a new month. The Tiggy Jones thing hasn't happened with Holly this year. I'm kind of sad about that. But Holly's busy doing things, making photos, and you can't complain about that. All right, Brian, let me show you the photos here. And then we will get to the screen for everybody else. In the meantime, if anybody has any questions about anything, about the changeover on our channel, about where to watch our show, or any input at all, let us know. I would like to say Aurora is watching, but actually she's watching me find these images on the screen right now.
I'm watching.
Okay, all right, cool.
Dividing my attention.
Dividing. You're so skilled. I'm going to give you a mic, actually, Aurora. Here. In case you want to chime in on the conversation here. All right. And if audio is still working for everybody, and both of these are working now, here you go.
Check.
Check, check, Aurora.
All right.
Yep, we're good. Okay. So, photos. Brian is seeing the first one up already. And here we are. Small me. There we go. So here are the photos. And I don't even think you need to see me right now. So let me get rid of me and just look at pictures. And I'm going to go over to the chat to see what everybody's saying. All right, Mike, thanks, man. I'm glad you're good. You're always good. Okay, this is the first photo. This is from Anne Ashby. Anne says, oh, right click, there we go. I decided to try using light and movement to see what would happen. The cloaked human-like forms emerging suggests a spiritual presence from a mechanical system, revealing ghosts within the machine. I love this kind of stuff. First of all, intentional camera movements, not easy to do while still looking good. And there's actually another example of that in our photos, which is going to be fun to talk about too. Having the little streams of lights and the repeating patterns from the lights with the slow shutter speed is a really interesting effect. Anne was shooting at 10 seconds. 1800 ISO f8 with her Nikon Z8 and the 105 macro. I love the repeating textures and the repeating patterns. I mean, it's definitely ghostly. It looks like little ghosts, each one of these things in the photo. I'd like to know what's in the background that's kind of coming through, that darkness coming through the photo. Or what do you think?
I think it's really neat. I like as you were saying, like the shape of it definitely does look like ghosts. And I love the color too. The color just makes it stand out.
The blue really helps it pop. The blue and black in the background. I think that's what's interesting me is what's going on back there. That blue is calling me in, and the black is this really dark, interesting presence.
Yeah, it almost looks like a silhouette of a person, the black, which again goes with the theme. Yeah, for sure.
And that's what I think is so cool about the theme Ghost in the Machine. It can be interpreted in so many ways.
Yeah.
What do you?
Yeah, like like an icon of a person, like the head, the shoulders, and then the head.
Sorry, what's that?
It's like the shoulders, like here, and then the head almost.
Okay, yeah.
Like
I mean, there's definitely a body shape going on behind it. That's really neat.
Ominous.
Ominous. That's the word I'm looking for. Right, what do you think?
I have to look at it for a while.
You have to digest it?
Digest it. I think it's quite good, actually. And the idea of it, the creativity of it is amazing.
I agree. Debbie says, great photo. Anne, beautiful photo from Doug. Stunning and very cool, Michael says. Christmas tree in the background.
Oh.
That's a Christmas tree. Okay. Now that I know it's a Christmas tree, it's a different element still. But it still has that interesting shape, and I think that's cool that she used the Christmas tree because it can kind of
It makes sense why there's so many lights, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Lights on a tree.
Cool.
Thanks, Anne. That is really fun. All right, let's check out the next shot. And this one, okay, Brian, this one's yours. So, there we are.
Oh, that's fun.
I love it. I love it. All right. I like your comment too. And Brian, usually you give us very long descriptions and very long explanations and backstory. And I appreciate this one because it reminds me of the Monsters Inc. Always watching. That's what he says. And Monsters Inc. is always watching. You get this little visual. I love that you blurred your face out the way it is because it kind of mimics the quality of the little screen on these.
It's not me. I bought it secondhand. That was in there watching.
Okay, Brian just said he bought this printer secondhand, and this was in there already watching him when he set it up. So always watching. Clever, straightforward composition. And
Very linear thinker.
a very linear thinker, he says. And I think linear is linear, straight, and I think it's fun. I love it. I love the fact that it goes in the machine. You're stinking. You're keeping it quite literal, and yet it's a creative twist to it. So excellent job. And the texture and the display is perfect. It's just perfect. If it was too clear and too defined, that wouldn't have worked at all. So well done, bud. Let's see what everybody says in the audience. Anne says, thank you, everyone. You're very welcome, Anne. Thank you for submitting. Doug says, very creative, Brian. Love it. Anne Ashby, love it. Nice reflection. Always creative, Debbie Boyer says. And there's lots of hearts coming through for this. Lots of hearts. People love it. Excellent stuff. Aurora, anything you'd like to add?
I think it's fun. Very interesting idea. And yeah, I like the idea of you bought a used printer and it's haunting you.
Yeah.
Almost.
Did the idea come to you very quickly, or did you have to digest and...
Oh, no, I have that photo of me. It's part of other things I do.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, I'll throw it in there. And I blurred it a little more.
Yeah. I think it's great. Great job, man. Very nice. Okay, moving on to the next shot. This is from Doug Boyce. Doug,
Ooh.
he says, attaches my photo for the subject photo challenge. Photo is a Toronto streetcar taken on December 4th, 2025. The streetcar represents the machine, while the intentional camera movement represents the ghost. So I'm going to leave that full screen for everybody to look at for a few seconds, and we're going to have a quick look at it. And Brian is saying that this is brilliant.
This is a brilliant idea, concept, and shot.
I agree. So I talked about how intentional camera movement is difficult with Anne's photo, and it really is. I've tried it several times, and I really don't do a very good job of it. What you've got here is so subtle and so clean. For an intentional camera movement photo, it's a really clean, easy to determine, easy to decipher photo. No, Brian says the ghost is in the camera, not in the... That's why it looks so surreal and so smooth. Your processing is great. Your composition is really, really great. The colors look fantastic. Even as far as exposure goes, the light hitting the front, making it really, really bright and stand out. Like this is the front just piercing through the shot, and everything else is just trailing behind so nicely. Aurora, I'd like to hear what you have to think of this.
It's a beautiful photo. It looks very polished, which I think is very interesting. It's almost like it was painted kind of thing, which I really do like that about it.
Just like all the squares coming through the whole thing.
It almost looks like you're using a star filter, but obviously not, which is kind of cool. I think it's just the way that of the camera pan.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know. No, it's not. It definitely wouldn't be on a tripod because of the movement.
That would be a really fluid head tripod to move that kind of.
Yeah. So very, very cool.
Direction does the train travel?
I would say going from left to right.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
But it is asking the question, right? The composition and the coloring and the tone and the checkered patterns is asking that question. Is it, where's the directionality here? And that's a cool thing about some photos, is it asking you questions as you're viewing it, right?
Yeah.
It's helping you think and helping you digest just by the photo being there. I love this little spot right here. It's really bright and it's almost like kind of pulling you away, but just it's satisfying.
Yeah.
The colors, the tones, and the textures going on in there. Really, really cool shot. Let's see what people are saying in the crowd here. Very creepy cool. Oh, that was yours, Brian. Yeah. Great movement, intention, Doug. That's from Ann Ashby. What a great capture, Doug. Amazing. So this is not shutter speed. This is moving the camera. This is shutter speed and moving the camera. So with a slow shutter speed and moving the camera, that's what ICM really comes down to, intentional camera movement. You're able to create a texture. A lot of people do ICM photography on flowers and plants and things like that, where they have a vertical motion, and just by a slight movement up and down with a slow shutter speed, it almost makes it look like a pastel, really interesting textures and so on. And this is just a different, I haven't seen this kind of ICM done like this before. So this is a really great shot, Doug. Happy you made this and happy you shared this. Are you panning the motion? Is it panning as well? So Doug, would love to hear that as well. Are you following through with it, or is it up and down, left and right? This could help other people try and do something like this photo by knowing these things.
Yeah, to me, I feel like it's angled and moving the opposite direction, but it could be the other way around.
Yep.
It's very interesting. Very, very interesting.
What happened to our video?
What happened to our video?
Yeah, it just looks like it did something funny on the broadcast. Is it still looking okay for you, Aurora?
Yeah, everything seems fine. The only thing I noticed since the beginning is you see the display of the microphone at the bottom.
Yeah, that's not showing on what they're seeing. Well, it is on the small screen. Yeah, on the small screen, but when it goes full screen,
I think. Oh, okay.
it doesn't.
Okay.
But yeah, on my playback here, it's stuck back on a different screen. So as long as everybody sees what's going on and it's working fine, then
Yeah, I see the bus right now.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just refresh this.
Or streetcar, I guess.
But is it called Desire? No, because that's a subway.
All right.
Or is that a streetcar? Because it's up on the street.
I think it's a streetcar.
Video's fine on our side. Great, thanks. Now the sound is gone. Hopefully the sound is back.
Gotta get rid of those ghosts.
Oh, Lord. Technology.
You know,
I have sound. Okay,
the
good.
ghosts and the machines are haunting us today.
I had to do a
It's
refresh.
messing up the
Ghost in the Machine. It's all right. We're being haunted by the theme.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going on. Okay, let's move along to the next photo. This is our fourth photo out of 4. And let me reshare this for everybody watching at home. Sorry, Brian, what did you say there?
I said, what the hell is that?
All right, let me get rid of my my screen so everybody can just see the photo at home. Okay, so Michael Drukar says, when you're on the inside looking out, the machine keeps rolling, taken with my cell phone when the weather outside matched my feelings on the inside. So Mike was down on Main Street in Newmarket, taking a picture of the reflection of the window, which is seeing behind him, which is Hungry Brew Hops.
I see it.
So he's in the window taking a picture of the reflection. So what's across from Hungry Brew Hops? There's a little restaurant in there, so he must be there, taking a picture through the window, seeing Brew Hops
And his reflection.
and his reflection.
Yeah.
And that's a scorpion. That's a dangerous lobster. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do you eat scorpion? No, I don't eat scorpion. All right. So when you're on the inside looking out, the machine keeps rolling, taken with my cell phone, and the weather outside matched my feelings on the inside. I just want to say something. When you're going through something troubling in life and you're able to make a photo that represents your feeling and represents the frustrations and the stresses that you might have in life, that's a really powerful way of showing that. That's a really powerful way of working through things. And I got to give you a lot of credit for this. This is my first time looking at the photo, and it's a really, really interesting shot. There's a lot going on. I mean, I could look into this, every little detail in the backgrounds, like what's going on back here? Is this inside where you are, or is this behind? there's so many interesting things that are going on in this shot. Brian, you seem to think something there. What's going on in your head? Aurora's coming in with the microphone.
Oh, I can't tell you online.
Oh, you can't tell me online? All right, well, next time we see Michael, you can let us know what you're thinking.
It's the instructions I got from the documentary shooters before I went to Hong Kong.
Okay, you got instructions.
It's about no in-camera cropping. I'll put it politely. The in-camera cropping is you can't crop what you're shooting in a documentary. So if there's a pile of poop on the road, you shoot the poop. That's what.
Are you telling me that Michael's photos poop?
No, I'm saying.
Good.
If you feel like a piece of crap, shoot crap.
Yeah, yes, okay.
That comes out in your story.
Right.
What's in the light?
That's a great perspective. It's true, right? Like, this is what's in front of you. You're feeling away. This is representing how you're feeling. Shoot it all.
Shoot it.
Get it.
I mean, I now that I see him and his camera, and I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it's a really interesting photo.
I think it's amazing because it tells the whole story of inside and out.
It really does. And best of all, he's using his cell phone. He's using the camera he has on him, right? Like, we all know Mike has a great camera. We all know he knows how to use it. But when you're there and you're feeling it and you see it, shoot it.
Shoot it. Just shoot it.
Awesome, dude. Thank you, Mr. Drew Karsh. Let's see what people are saying about this. All good, loud and clear. Good. Hot Bop. That's right. The Hot Bop store. It's a new one there. Scorpion on the shirt. Yes, interesting concept, Michael. Well done. Beautiful stuff.
What I like about it is you can see the reflection of his body and the things around, but you can't see the face. And that just really makes it feel ghosty, more ghosty.
Almost disconnected. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Very cool. Guys, you did some really great stuff. Sitting inside the Hot Bop looking out. Right. Perfect. We got some great photos this week, or this month, I should say. Thank you all so much for submitting. We do have a new challenge for February.
You know, I have to say, Brian, even though I submitted, I think that's the best one.
You're picking a winner?
I am judgmental.
Oh, Brian is being judgmental.
And I think out of everything, they're all good, but this, I think, is the best concept.
Interesting.
Even against mine,
Yeah.
that, I think, is the best concept.
Well, it's real. It's real. It's gritty. You know, it has a different vibe. I love all the shots. I really do.
I shouldn't pick. But
Yeah, and to be fair, like, I love that people can pick one that really connects, and that's the beauty of art, is each one will connect differently with you. And I think that's great that we had some images this week that connected. I mean, I can't pick one out over another that connected differently. So great work, everybody. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay, let's move on to our new challenge. And for those of you who know, I'm challenging you. Good. Good. This is going to be another challenge. And it could make you kind of cold, but it could not, maybe. All right. So in honor of the 6th planet parade in late February, which is Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, all appearing lined up along the ecliptic in the evening sky. So not like a straight line. I hope that microphone picked that up. Bless you.
Sorry, guys.
That was great.
Sneezed on the live stream.
I didn't know the mic was on.
All right, so yes, in honor of the 6th planet parade in late February, again, this is when all the 6 planets I just mentioned are going to line up along the elliptic, or not a perfect line, but just kind of like around the horizon, I guess you can say. The theme for the month of February is February stars. February stars. So the next theme is February stars, written right here, right here. All right, I'm playing with stuff now. All right, so I hope you guys make some good photos with this. It should be a lot of fun for you all. And in closing, while this is up here, and remember, you have until the first week of March to make this photo. The first Wednesday of March is when we review. And if you'd like to send all of your photos to us, this is where you're going to send it. Newmarket@henrys.com. And of course, all of our shows coming up are going to be right down here, the weekly BrYangle Report on YouTube. So check those out in the future. Now, in closing, the most important part of today's show is the next 10 seconds or so, maybe a little more because I'm dragging this on. I want to say happy birthday to my favorite human on earth, to the best woman I've ever met in my life, right up there with my mom, maybe, yeah, higher than my mom. I picked Shelly. Her birthday is tomorrow. So everybody wish Shelly a happy birthday. If you see her, give her a big hug.
Happy birthday, Shelly.
Thanks, Brian. Shelly is turning 35 this week. And yes, so when Shelly has a birthday, like the whole week is her birthday. So you have to do something every day. And since it's tomorrow, today is the day I'm saying happy birthday to my wife, Shelly. Love you, Shell. I hope you have a great day. You're at work today. I don't know if you're watching. If you are, happy day to you. All right. And don't forget, there are still some great sales going on here at Henry's. Let me show you what I mean. Hopefully I can do this. Browser full screen. Bring that up here so it's nice and big. What's going on here at Henry's? So here is what we've got going on. What I mean. First of all, hopefully I can do this. Browser full screen. The winter sales event still going on from Nikon. A lot of things are on sale. What's going on here at Henry's? So here is what we've got going on. What I mean. First of all, I might just buy something. Hopefully, also there are the winter sales event still going on from Nikon. A lot of things. We still have a lot of clearance stuff on our Henry's. So here is what we've got going on. Really good sales. First of all, now I will be also doing. Also, there are coming up winter sales event. I don't know exactly when, with some really cool new products, and this is going to be on the Henry's YouTube channel. So keep your eyes open there still. But we've got some really cool products that we've got coming in here, and I'm going to be doing some live videos on them. I can't wait. So keep involved, keep checking out, keep in touch with us here at the store. And if you have any questions, always feel free to come by. That's why we have the store, guys. Come in, get some help. Let us get you the right gear. Last bit, I want to remind everybody that by the end of today, all of the Valentine's Day photo finishing products that are on the website, this is the last day you can order to get it by Valentine's Day. So make sure you get your orders in if you're ordering any kind of mugs or prints or, you know, canvas or metal or aluminum kind of prints that we have on there. Now's the last day you can do that. All right, before I say goodbye, let's just see if anybody has anything they'd like to say. Bless you. Happy birthday, Shelly. Happy birthday, Shelly, from Mike, from Anne. You guys are the best. All right, that's it from me, everybody. I can't thank you enough for being here back on our show at the weekly BrYangle Report YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more of these. Next week, I'm getting into all kinds of different lighting. We got all kinds of new lights in the store, so I'm going to be talking about them and where you could use them. It's going to be a fun show. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you then. Every time I show the link, the audio overlaps me. How does a link have audio? Anyway, bye. I don't learn much. I have a hard time